Hello and welcome back to SportsbookReview.com. I am Matt DeSaro, and today we are talking NHL playoffs. Islanders and Capitals face off for Game 5 of this series on Thursday night in Washington. With each team looking to pull ahead 3-2, we should be in for one heck of a game. Here to help us pick this matchup apart is our own expert handicapper, Ross Benjamin. 4 for 4 on his picks for this series. Pretty impressive, Ross. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, Matt. Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. Well, let's get down to it, Ross. The Isles come into Thursday tasked with grabbing the ever-elusive road playoff win. Jaroslav Halak has been a brick wall between the Pites as of late, and the defense is firing on all cylinders. Can the offense pick it up a little bit tonight, or is Halak once again their key to victory?
Well, Halak's going to be their key to victory. Halak has played very, very well in the first 4 games of this series. He's held the Capitals to 2 goals or less on 3 of those 4 games. And being as it may, this looks like it's going to be one of those series that's going to be who gets the better goaltending will come out on top. And right now, it's been pretty much a draw between Halak and Braden Holtby. They both played extremely well. This is an Islanders team that knocked off Washington on home ice in Game 1. They're going to need to steal another one back in either Game 5 or Game 7 in order to win this series. And Washington did a great job of coming back in Game 4 to win that game in overtime and regain home ice advantage going into this crucial and huge Game 5 of this series.
And not to be outdone, the Capitals keeper Braden Holtby has been at the center of Washington's success. But the Caps are also having trouble finding the back of the net. They've been playing from behind and have failed to score first at all in this series. Who can they lean on tomorrow night to combat this problem?
Well, Alex Ovechkin needs to be the guy to step it up. He's their star, and he's had a history in the past of disappearing at playoff time. Now, I'm not here to suggest that's been the case in this series because just in Game 4 alone, he had 8 shots on goal, so he was a factor. But he's the type of player that if he has a very good 2 or last 3 games, Washington will come out on top in this series. The other part of the Capitals game that must get going, they're 1 for 7 with the man advantage in this series. Number one, they're not getting a lot of power play chances. 7 opportunities in 4 games isn't a heck of a lot. And this was a Washington team that was number 1 in the NHL on the power play this season. So in the next 2 to 3 games, they're going to have to amp it up a little as far as their power play units go. And they're doing a terrific job against the Islanders' power play, by the way, as the Islanders have gone a futile 0 for 10 on their power play. So those are the keys. Alex Ovechkin, Braden Holtby continuing to play very well, and then Washington getting their power play going will be their keys to winning this series and the key to winning Game 5 as well.
All right, well put, Ross. Now, as it stands today, the Capitals are favorite at -129. Looking at these two squads, how similar in stats they've been all year, why aren't we seeing a closer line in Game 5? Are these sportsbooks trying to tell us something? And with the scoring trends coming into Thursday, are you looking past all these lines to the total, which stands at 5?
Well, this has been a closely contested series. Obviously, Games 3 and 4 both going overtime, 2-1 identical scores. We saw the only real game that one team held a distinct advantage was the opening game of the series in which the Islanders won 4-3. Capitals win Game 2 4-3. Or 4-1, the Islanders won Game 1. Capitals won Game 2 4-3. You know, a very tough call because it's a Game 5. It wouldn't shock me at all if we saw another overtime here. I'm going to look at the total here. These two teams, as I just alluded to, coming off back-to-back 2-1 scores. The Islanders are currently averaging 3 goals per game on the season, while the Capitals are at 2.9. Anytime you have a home team like the Capitals with a total of 5 or less, and they're coming off 2 or more games in a row that went under the total, and both teams in the contest are averaging 2.9 or more goals per game on the season, it's resulted in that home team going under the number in 52 of those 74 games since the start of the 1996-97 season. That's 70.3% favoring a low-scoring affair in this one. Plays right into my hands. I like the Islanders and Capitals to go under the total of 5 in Game 5 of this series.
You know, I like that too, Ross. You got 2 teams with great goalies, less than exciting goal totals, taking the under 2. I want to really thank you for coming and talking to us today, Ross.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And I'm Matt DeSaro for SportsbookReview.com. Remember, keep it locked right here for all your NHL playoff picks and predictions.